I would like to share some small information about the place first. But firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Dalam. So this right here, this tree has been standing here for around 350 years.
Good morning from Shillong. আজ ডে 3. ওয়েলকাম ব্যাক টু স্ট্রিমিং ড্রিমস। আজকে হচ্ছে 30শে ডিসেম্বর আর আমরা আছি শিলংয়ে। আশা করি তোমাদের আগের যেগুলো দেখিয়েছি ঘোরার স্পটস, সিনিক বিউটি তোমাদের ভালো লেগেছে। আবার আজকে বেরোচ্ছি আরও কিছু নতুন জায়গা দেখতে, এক্সপ্লোর করতে। আজকে আমরা লোকাল সাইট সিইং করছি। যেরকম কালকে বলেছিলাম যে জোয়াই যাওয়ার কথা ছিল, কিন্তু আমরা বাচ্চাদের জন্য ওটাকে অ্যাভয়েড করেছি। কিন্তু যারা যেতে পারবে তারা নিশ্চয় জোয়াই যাও, ফিফি ওয়াটারফলসটা আর মে ক্যাম্পটা নিশ্চয় দেখে এসো। আমরা দেখতে পারলাম না, কিন্তু নেক্সট টাইম অবশ্যই চেষ্টা করব। কেন কি বাচ্চাদের নিয়ে পসিবল না ট্রেকিং করে যাওয়া আমার জন্যে। তো আশা করি আজকের দিনটাও তোমাদের ভালো কাটুক, ভালোভাবে থেকো আর আমাদের সাথে ট্রাভেল করো। যেখানে যেখানে যাব তোমাদের সাথে সব কিছু শেয়ার করব, তো সঙ্গে থেকো। আমাদের ব্রেকফাস্ট হয়ে গেছে। আজকে ব্রেকফাস্টে নিয়েছিলাম ব্রেড টোস্ট অ্যান্ড এগ বয়েল, খেয়ে নিয়েছি, সকলে রেডি হয়ে গেছি। এখন বেরোচ্ছি। এখন বাসছে 10টা 5, একটু লেট। ভেবেছিলাম 9টায় স্টার্ট দেবো, কিন্তু যেহেতু লোকালস আজকে ঘুরবো সেই জন্যে খুব একটা আর্লি স্টার্ট দিলাম না। আমাদের সঙ্গে সঙ্গে সারাদিন থেকো, আনন্দ করো আর ভালো থেকো। বেরিয়ে গেছি। এই জন্য গাড়ি ওয়েট করছে। হ্যাঁ, ও হেলিকপ্টার আসছে না ক্যামেরায়, হেলিকপ্টার উড়ে যাচ্ছে। পাও আজকে আমরা যাব হচ্ছে সিক্রেট ফরেস্ট, গিয়ে দেখাচ্ছি জায়গাটা। দারুণ ইন্টারেস্টিং জায়গা। তো আমরা রওনা দিয়ে দিয়েছি, এখন যাচ্ছি হচ্ছে মফলং সিক্রেট ফরেস্ট। ওয়াই ইজ ইট সিক্রেট and why is it called sacred forest will surely share করব ওখানে গিয়ে, ওখানে পৌঁছে। এখন আমরা বেরিয়েছি, জাস্ট অন দ্য ওয়ে। টিকিট হচ্ছে 30, কিন্তু এখানে গাইড নিতে হবে। গাইডের হচ্ছে 350। হাফ ট্রেক না, হাফ ট্রেক হচ্ছে 350 আর ফুল ট্রেক ক্লোজ। হ্যাঁ, ফুল ট্রেক এখন ক্লোজড। আর এটার ক্যামেরা চার্জেস হচ্ছে 100 রুপিস। উফ, কি দারুণ, দুর্দান্ত ভ্যালি, ওয়াইড স্প্রেড একদম। ওইদিকে ফরেস্টটা। এখন এখান থেকে গাইড নিতে হবে, দেখি হেল্প ডেস্কে গিয়ে কি গাইড দেয়, কি করে। চলো যাওয়া যাক। সো আমাদের গাইড এসে গেছে, দেখাচ্ছি আমাদের গাইডটাকে। এই যে এই ভ্যালি থেকে নিচে নেবে, আমরা এখন ফরেস্টের দিকে ট্রেক করব। ফরেস্টের ভেতরে যা যা আমাদের ইনফরমেশন পাবো সব কিছু তোমাদের সাথে শেয়ার করতে চলেছি। চলো আমরা এখন যাই। গাইড আমাদের গাইড করে নিয়ে যাচ্ছে সামনে, আরেকটা ফ্যামিলিও যাচ্ছে আমাদের সাথে একসাথে।
I would like to share some small information about the place first. But firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Dalam, and I would like to welcome all of you here in the Mauplang Sacred Forest, and mainly here in Meghalaya itself. So now I will explain about the place, but later when I'm done explaining about the place, if you have any question, you can ask me, okay? Don't hesitate. So for now I will start explanation about this place. So as you can see, this forest right here, they call this the sacred forest, Pavitra Jungle, or Klau Kantang in our language, Khasi. Klau means forest, Kantang means a sacred place or a holy place. So this forest right here, it's one of the oldest sacred forests here in Meghalaya itself, because the forest has been standing here for nearly 800 years old. So it's a very old sacred forest. So I think all of you knows in Meghalaya we have 3 tribes, Khasi, Jaintia and Garo tribes, divided in 3 hills. Giant Hills, Khasi Hills and Garo Hills. Now we are here in the Khasi Hills, but in Meghalaya till date, in these kingdoms, in these hills, we still have kingdoms. 52 kingdoms in total we have. Each and every kingdom still have a king, chief, sardar, dalai that looks after their own kingdom. Even Mauplang also, it's not just the name of the village. Mauplang is the capital of this kingdom here. So under this kingdom we have 23 villages. It's a very huge kingdom. So in total also we have around 166 sacred forests like these in Meghalaya. Plenty of them we have. But this is the only sacred forest that is open for everyone, especially tourists. So in other places, like example, if you go to Cherrapunji, Mausanram, Maukurwat, or that valley, Maukudok Valley, that side also they have their own sacred forest. But you can't go near the forest or enter their sacred forest. Even me also, I am not allowed to enter their sacred forest. Only in my own kingdom, own place, I can enter. So back then also this place right here was not accessible for everyone, only for the locals. So back then it was very strict, this place also. No one can enter and no one can roam around freely inside outside the forest. In the year 1996, from what I've heard, they had a meeting. Our old chief back then changed some rules that people who come here, tourists who come to visit the place, they can enter the forest, but they will have to take a local guide. Since that time till now, means a guide is there to guide you inside the forest, to share you some information about the place and to instruct you about the place itself. Because when we enter the forest also we have to follow some rules of the forest, like the forest itself holds some curse. I think most of you knows. It doesn't mean that the forest has negative energy inside. It's positive energy. You'll feel calm, peaceful inside when you enter. But there are things that you can't do inside. It's like when you enter the forest, you are not allowed to pluck anything, take anything, or break anything inside the forest. The things you can do, it's you can click pictures. There are some places you can do videos, but mostly only pictures you can take inside. So what happens when you take something from here means, from what I've heard from from our elders or ancestor of this place, means we have heard lots of incidents related to the place. Sometimes people challenge themselves with the place. So when they challenge themselves, when they take something forcefully from this place, something happens bad to them, like bad things, bad luck, sickness fall upon them. Mostly sickness, they get sick, like seizure. Sometimes, like it's the most common sickness they get. So that's why even me as a local also, I don't take anything from here. I just go guide people inside, but I don't take anything from here. But back then in the olden days, because inside the forest there are plenty of like not plenty, some of the medicinal trees are there. So back then when they need something, like something medicinal from the forest, they used to bring the sick person inside the forest, use it there only, and then move out without taking anything. And anything that is consumable, like a fruit inside the forest you can eat it inside, but you cannot take it outside. So as a local also we always do this. But still the forest is like a temple for the tribals people. That's why we are very respectful toward the place. So back in the olden days, why this place was called sacred? It's called sacred because they believe that there is a manifestation of a deity known as Labasa inside the forest. So that's why the place is known to be sacred. They used to do animal sacrifice, perform these rituals, sacrifice to the deity to seek permissions, answer, or if they have different kinds of issue going on in the kingdom, they would perform these things to seek answers or from the deity itself. So back then it was the last offering was done maybe in the year 1950, and that was the last time they did the offering inside the forest. But till date also means we are very respectful. No one live inside and we just go and come back. That's all we do. But nowadays the offering they still do, but they don't do it here anymore. They do it on top of that hill. But before COVID also, on COVID time also they did the offering. But nowadays they don't use a bull anymore. They use a rooster, male chicken, for the offering. So means I think most of you knows Meghalaya also means it's a state full of Christian. 80% of us are Christian and 20% are the people who follow this old culture, tradition, the roots. So these 20% of the people who still follow the roots, till date also they still have their own days to celebrate, and there is days also that they would do these offerings and all. But that happens only sometimes once a year or maybe twice a year, depending on the situation they are facing on. So right there behind you see those monoliths, right? So that monoliths right there means in Meghalaya itself monoliths are very common. It's everywhere. So monoliths that you'll find here, mostly means has their own purpose to be there. Like that one, it's known to be the rituals monolith stones. So the standing stones right there represents for the male, and flat one represents for the female. If you see only a standing stone, like 3 standing stone or maybe 5 of them, it's called a memorial monolith stone. It is erected in memory of someone who died, like a brave person who fought against the Britisher, or maybe some famous person back then who represents the state itself, or some other things like to keep as a memory. And if you see like big monoliths like those, you see right on both sides. So those monoliths right there are known as welcoming monolith stones. If you visit like Giantia Hills on the highway, on state highway, they keep that monoliths. It's like they are welcoming you at the same time. So it's welcoming monolith stones. So we won't get to see any animals inside. We can just walk, but we don't have to walk off path. Only on the footpath we can walk. And then if there is a place where I need to explain, I'll stop and then I'll let you know. Okay? So now we can enter the forest.
Thank you. So আমরা অনেক হিস্ট্রি জানতে পারলাম এইটার ব্যাপারে, অ্যান্ড দ্যাট ইজ ওয়াই ইট ইজ কল্ড সিক্রেট। যেটা ভেবেছিলাম, যেটা পড়েছি, যেটা জেনেছি, যে এটা হচ্ছে একটা ডিটি দিয়ে ছিল এনশিয়েন্ট টাইমসে, লাবাসা বলে, তাকে ওয়ার্শিপ করা হতো। যেরকম এনশিয়েন্ট হিস্ট্রিতে আমরা দেখেছি যে নেচার ওয়ার্শিপ ছিল, তো সেরকম এখানে নেচার ওয়ার্শিপ করা হতো। চলো এবার এন্টার করি।
So this right here, this tree has been standing here for around 350 years plus. So it's a very old tree. So they call this botanical name, it's known as Eliocarpus robustus, and at the same time it's the sacred tree of Hindu religious, the tears of Lord Shiva. It's the Rudraksh tree. So all of you knows about Rudraksh, right? But in Meghalaya no one knows. Really? Yeah. Because most of us are Christian, and those who follow the old culture also, they don't know. But what we do, from this tree we get a fruit, we call it sokalam, the fruit and the seeds. The seed is the Rudraksh. The fruits here, some people make achar with it, and we eat also. But the seeds, for us, it's like useless. So last year we did get to see the fruit. So here we get 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 mukhi Rudraksh. So for now it's done. We don't have any Rudraksh. I've been trying to look for it, but I couldn't find any.
What do you do with the Rudraksh? What you get here? You
Here
take it
from
out,
the
no?
forest, because from here we are not allowed to take anything. So what we do, because every single person who come here, not every one of them is like good, right? There is always temptation in everyone. So when we keep Rudraksh here, sometimes when there is temptation in some people, they might want to take something by force. So when you take, means something bad happens, and when something bad happens, it's like our responsibility also at the same time. So as a guide who works here, means lots of us, what we do when the fruits falls down here, the fruits and everything, we collect them, we throw it on the side of the trail so that no one can take it, and we just keep 1 or 2 just for sample, just to show. Yeah. But if any of you wants to buy Rudraksh, outside they sell Rudraksh. There are some seller outside that they sell Rudraksh. This one they are selling outside, it doesn't belong from this forest at all. Means in Meghalaya we have plenty of forests, not only sacred forests, we have others forests. Because here Rudraksh will get anywhere you go. So, but not everyone knows. So what they do, the sellers who are outside, they sometimes they hire some other people to gather Rudraksh for them, and they sell it outside. But for now we'll continue the walk inside.
ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ।
What is the fruit look? This tree right here, it's like a native pine tree from Meghalaya itself. So this tree right here is considered to be a female pine tree at the same time. It's common here, it's everywhere. Anywhere you go in Meghalaya, you'll see these everywhere, but smaller in size. This is the biggest you'll ever see. I guarantee. Outside when you go, you'll never see a bigger size like this one. This is very old. So what they do, from the stems of this tree they make medicines for asthma and for coughing. From the tree itself they make furniture, pine wood, and this tree has a gum. When you slice the tree, gums come out. But that gum, in some other countries they make necklace out of it. What they do means the gum has a preserving properties and antibacterial properties at the same time. So when you keep any insect inside the gum, the body of that insect will be well preserved for the next 1,000 or million years later. It won't decompose, it will stay like that, only fresh. So at the same time also, when you go to the forest, if you have cuts, wounds in your hand, when you don't have furs, it get with you. So when you see this tree, you can take the gum from this tree, apply it in that place where the cuts has been cut. So when you apply it, means it helps you to avoid infection. It is antibacterial, like it helps you with, to avoid infection at the same time. And the gum also is very flammable. Here lots of people here, we make fire out of it. Have you seen that movie Avatar, the first part? There is one part in the movie where that Avatar, the creature, he dipped the stick and a cloth on that sticky thing to make fire, right? So it's like a gum of this tree only. So from this tree also means we get this leaf. This is the leaf of this tree. It has, yes, it has 3 leaf, 1 cover. 3 leaf, you see, 1, 2, 3, 1 cover here that holds these 3 leaf together. So only for local uses, not commercial use. Especially here in Khasi Hills, we people here, we collect the leaf as many as we can, huge bag, like 6-7 bags. After gathering all of these leaf in those bags, we take them home. When we take them home, we convert these leaf into a mattress. Yes, and then after converting it into a mattress, the mattress is mostly used sometimes by the elders, senior citizens. If they sleep on it, they get to inhale the aroma, the perfume that comes from it. They get to sleep very peacefully at night time. So it is very, very helpful sometimes. But this mattress is not for everyone, I would say. If you are that kind of person who move a lot while sleeping, then it's not for you, because each time you move, it pinch and poke you, you'll feel irritated. So even as a kid also, back then we had the mattress, till date we still have. So when we were kids, we used to play wrestling on the mattress. After playing for some times, you'll get itchy and then you'll just want to take a bath, and then you'll feel irritated easily. So that's why back then when I used to sleep on the mattress, I used to wake up very early. It's like a local alarm also at the same time. Other mushrooms, in just 3-4 months they would just decay. So but this one will stay a bit longer, for 6 months, maybe like maximum 6 months it would stay. So these mushrooms are not eatable. They are mostly used for decoration, handicraft things and all. They used to furnish it and then do decoration. It's like plastic only if you touch. It's like plastic. It's like artificial mushroom. You can touch it. Okay. So means these one are poisonous. The mushrooms we have in Meghalaya, anywhere you go, any forest you go, you'll find mushrooms here. Plenty of them. But 98% of the mushrooms here in Meghalaya are poisonous. Only 2% of them are edible. So you can come closer. So about this tree here, this is I would say here it's very common, this one also. They call it buranj in Hindi. Nepal it's known as laliguras, and botanical name it's known to be the rhododendron tree. So around the world there is around 500 species of this tree, and in some places they grow just like a shrubs, but here it grows into a proper tree because we are on the hilly side. So from the bark of this tree they make medicines for diabetes, heart disease, blood pressure. If you go to Himachal, Sikkim, Nepal, Uttarakhand, there they have 4 varieties of color in the flower: violet, yellow, white and red. White is mostly poisonous, but with the flowers they make pickle juice, alcohol, wine and jam, that side. But here we only have the red color flower. So with that flower here, it blooms from February. What we do, we just take it and eat it raw in our mouth, just like a fruit itself. It's very tasty at the same time, I would say, because me, I like the fruit, the flower personally. I like to eat it every time. So the flower of this tree at the same time also is the national flower of Nepal and the state flower of Uttarakhand. And there is a trek also when you go to Shillong, on the way to Shillong, on your right side there is a trek called rhododendron trek. If you do that on February, it's very beautiful. It's full of these flowers.
এই পয়েন্টের পর থেকে আর ভিডিও দেখাতে পারবো না, জাস্ট ফটোগ্রাফস, বিকজ এটার পর থেকে আর ভিডিওগ্রাফি অ্যালাউড নেই। এত সুন্দর এক্সপ্লেন করলে। আমরা বেরিয়ে এসেছি প্রিপারেশন টেবিল থেকে, তোমাদের ভিডিওস তখন দেখাতে পারিনি বিকজ ওদের একটা পয়েন্ট আছে সেটাকে বলা হয় প্রিপারেশন এরিয়া। তারপর থেকে ওদের সেক্রেট প্লেসটা শুরু, যেখানে অল্টার্স আছে, যেখানে ওরা অফারিং করতো বুলস, আর সেই অফারিংটার ওখানে প্রিস্টরা এই অফারিংটা করতো বা ওখানকার কিং অফারিংটা করতো। আর যে বুলটা করবে সেটা হচ্ছে একদম ক্লিন ব্রাউন বা রেডিশ হতে হবে, কোনো স্পট থাকবে না। যদি কোনো স্পট থাকে তাহলে সেটা কিন্তু অফার করা যাবে না, আবার সেটাকে ফেরত দিতে হবে, আবার নতুন অফারিং করতে হবে। আর সেই ব্লাডটা ওয়ালটারের চারিপাশে ছড়ানো হবে এবং সেই সিক্রেট প্লেসটার ওখানে ওই মনোলিথগুলো দিয়েই ওই অল্টারটা তৈরি করা। আমি সেটার পিকচার আমি শেয়ার করব। তারপরে ওই হেড, ওর বডি পার্টস এগুলো ক্যারি করে ওরা ফেরত নিয়ে যায়, কিন্তু সেটা যেই ট্র্যাকটা ফলো করে এসছিল সেই সেম ট্র্যাকে কিন্তু ওরা আর ফেরত আসবে না বা যাবে না। ওই হেড আর বডিটা নিয়ে ওরা অন্য ট্র্যাক দিয়ে যাবে, অন্য রাস্তা দিয়ে। তারপরে একটা স্ট্রিমে সেটাকে ধুয়ে শুধু ওটাকে মিটটাকে বয়েল করা হবে, কোনো সল্ট না, কোনো হার্বস না, শুধু বয়েল করে সেই মিটটাকে ওরা কনজিউম করবে, খাবে প্রিস্ট। আর তারপরে বলা গেছে যে ওদের যে ডিটি, সে ওদের একটা স্বপ্নে দেখা দেবে প্রিস্ট বা কিংকে। যদি লিওপার্ড বা টাইগারের ফর্মে দেখা দেয় তাহলে সেটা হচ্ছে পজিটিভ সাইন, সাকসেস, ওয়ার হোক যাই হোক সাকসেস পাবে। আর যদি স্নেক হয়, স্নেকের ফর্মে দেখা দেয়, তাহলে ওটা হচ্ছে নেগেটিভ। তো এই হচ্ছে যা শুনলাম ওখানে। প্লেসটা তো সত্যি খুব কাম, পিসফুল, হোলি। আর এখান থেকে বলা গেছে যা কিচ্ছু একটা জিনিসও কেন ক্যারি করে নিয়ে যাওয়া যাবে না, না ফল, না ফুল, না পাতা, না কিছু, বিকজ দিস ইজ সিক্রেট, ইট ইজ অনলি ফর দিস প্লেস। তাই এই সেরেনিটিটাকে যেন আমরা কেউ নষ্ট না করি। ওদের আগের লেজেন্ডে শোনা গেছে যে যারা নিয়ে গেছে তাদের কিছু না কিছু বাজে হয়েছে, আয়দা তারা অসুস্থ হয়ে পড়েছে, কোনো ডিজিজে ভুগেছে, তাই এখানকার জিনিস এখানেই ফেলে যেতে হবে। তাই আমরা শুধু মেমোরি ক্যারি করছি আর কিছু না, বাকি সব এখানেই ফেলে গেলাম। চলো যাই।